why would you risk holding around, let's say 9R, for example, 9R to just for price to come back, take your break even, and then go. If you're already flowing 9R, then just take a profit here because this is the internal liquidity before price reaches an area that it can react from, right? So now you can pay yourself, you can fully pay yourself here on that high because we target the external range liquidity. So if I'm floating 5R and I'm happy with that, then I'm gonna take my profit right there. Or if not, then I can target this because I know that this is a unmitigated POI and price will give us, as you can see here, some type of reaction. So now pretty much what I was just mentioning on the previous call is happening right now live. So we came into a unmitigated POI, and what did I say about that? Look at that. What do we have here, guys? Entry off of that obstacle right there. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, you know, it's like what you guys are learning here works. It's just gonna come down to intuition and trusting yourself and obviously psychology. So you could have taken a short, so I could have had a long here. And then let's say I'm holding it still, for example. I'm holding this to the Asia high, which lines up with the equal highs. Then I could have taken a short, so I could have long this. And then I could have shorted this. What type is this? What type of range is this? Let's say I shorted here. Right, and my target would be, see, that's already 4 right there, for example. So what type of range is this, everyone? Yeah, yeah,
Type 1.
yep. Reading the chat right now, hold on. Oh yeah, guys, the last call was not recorded because my Zoom was full, but this one is gonna go through. It was recorded, but it didn't process because my Zoom files were full. But this one is, I had to delete some files, so I'm sorry about that. But this one is recorded because I'm not using my computer. I'm using my other laptop. And I just got my little mic and mouse with me. In the comments. Abby, you're sending me direct messages. Do you mind putting it on public or to everyone? Hey, Brian, do you also have losing streaks? What is your personal accuracy like? That's because I'm not sure if I still go on if I just streak or you go through that too. When I first got started, yes, I had losing streaks. Obviously, when I first got started, I lost pretty much back to back because I was still testing and refining the strategy and tweaking things up. But right now, I don't have losing streaks because, like I mentioned before, I don't trade as often no more. I take anywhere from 1 to 2 trades a week, and I take trades that are obvious, that make sense to me. So like simple as that. But so far, I haven't had any losing streak. But it's okay to have a losing streak. There's nothing wrong with that because you learn from it, right? As long as it meets your rules, and that's what you believe that would have happened, then it's fine. Okay, there's nothing wrong with losing streak because you just learn from it. But yeah, I did have losing streaks in the beginning. But so far now, I have losing streaks. I have losses, but I haven't taken back to back, let's say 5 losses. What would be my target for this short right here? I would have exit right here. I would have already exit right here and that low right there. Because if it's a counter trend, then I don't want to, you know, hold this to the pit perfect scenario. I'm gonna just exit here because our target in a range should always be the external range liquidity no matter what. No matter what, your target is external range liquidity, right? And everything else like target 2, 3, and 4, that will be optional. And then that goes into your overall goal. If you got a funded account, if you're up $4,000, are you gonna close it or are you gonna leave it floating? So again, it just goes back to your personal understanding. If you got 4K floating, I don't know about you, but I would take the money and I would be done. Like literally, just take the money. Okay, just make the money and leave. There's no point in trying to get that pit perfect target just just to brag, because no one cares about it. Trust me, no one does. So my target will be this low right here. I just want to say that change slide. Janice or Jan, I don't know if I say your name correct. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, hold on, guys. I'm trying to read through the comments. You took my question again? I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, you can ask questions on the mic. Go ahead.
Hey, it's me again. So, can you please stretch out the chart just enough so that I can see both of these entries to analyze?
Zoom out.
Uh, um, no, just maximize the chart just enough so that I can, see these both entries. Actually, you zoomed in. Okay. So, like you said, we formed a type 1 QM over here, and price came above this breaker structure to grab liquidity and drop. Perfect. Now, if I apply the same knowledge to this trade, along that you took, we had a sweep and a breaker structure. We had another breaker structure.
Yeah.
Now, you said that this was a strong low because it swept liquidity, but then that can be the case for this as well. We had a sweep and a breaker structure. So this is where I get confused in the market.
Yeah.
Can you help me out with that?
Yeah. Well, like I told you, there's no answer. So because this already fulfilled its target. So let's say we have this. So before this happens in hindsight, if you were going to take the trade here, where will you exit? Here. So where do we always exit? External liquidity. So if this is my new range right here, then I would already be out the trade. So that'll be my 5R. So once I get access to the content, our minimum goal is gonna always be 5R. 5R is the minimum per day. That's what we aim for, minimum 5R. So that'll be my short, that'll be my target. So I'll be done by then. Whatever happens next, I really don't care. So I'll be done by that, right? So now we took this out. So now we have to understand where we're coming from. So what's the bigger picture? So we have the strong high up here, right? We have a strong high, we broke structure. Okay, then we had a retracement. We have equal highs, we create liquidity. We have the unmitigated POI just above. So again, now to start thinking, what would smart money traders do? They would take a short from here. Right? So plan to make sure we take a short from here. So I don't feel confident taking something right here, so obvious in this area, and say, yeah, it's just gonna play like this. Yeah, sure, it will at times, but now let's play this out, see what happens. So now if I ask you, where's the liquidity here before price reached that POI? There was none. So if there, so if there's no liquidity, then I had no reason. Now let's go into management, which is what I believe is the reason why all these questions come into play. So before the hindsight stuff, in the real market, we will all take it right here. Okay? All of us. Most of us will take it right here in the real market, because I don't like to just say, oh no, I wouldn't. Yes, we would. Because then you rely into yourself, right? So I'll take the short and I'll target here. All right, cool. So I already took a trade here. That's a win, 5R. I'm taking another one right here. All right. So we're dealing with the 1 minute. So the most logical thing to use is the seconds time frame. Let's drop down. All right. So that's my overall target right here. That's what I would like to pretty much target. We can go break even after a breaker structure. So somewhere here. So break even or pay myself some partials as I wish. So then what happens? Let's go back to the 1 minute. All right. So then price takes us out. Okay. This failed to break that low. So we know it's a failure swing, it got taken out. All right, so now it's time to step back a bit and get a better understanding. All right, so that took us out. Let's say we got our break even. The question that you got to ask yourself, are you going to re-enter or are you not going to re-enter? Like, will you really re-enter this trade after it took out the high? Right, so will you not? So let's say that you do take the trade again, because a lot of us would. So you take the trade again. Let's play it out. What happens? It goes your way for a few minutes, and then it takes you out, right? So now you got taken. So now we came into a PY. Let's say in this case, a 1 minute came into a PY. So normally, if this was a higher time frame PY, you would go to, let's say, if it was a 4 hour, then you would go to the 15 minute, 5 minute, and look for that QM here and take that trade and target this right in that area. All right. In hindsight, it's easy for us to say, okay, yeah, we would have definitely not taken this. We would have taken it up here. So if you didn't treat this as the 1 minute and you saw this as a regular time frame, let's say the daily time frame right here, and if price broke structure and price made a retracement, then broke structure once again, you got to keep this scenario in the back of your head. All right, so we know this could potentially be what? Let's say T1. If this can be T1, then I'll be aware of this. But before even any of this happens, I know my first position will be here. For sure, it'll be here. I'll take my first trade here, right there. And now I get taken out. So if I get taken out, now my stop loss will be not right here, will be just above the high. If I get taken out, then I know that's the move of the bigger picture. And that from there, it should go, if we're coming from the higher time frame POI, that this trade should go from here. And then we get tagged in. So there's two things that you can do. One, you can wait for this to play out, or two, you can get in here, take that break even, and then re-enter here again, right? And that is trade management, and that's what people don't talk about, okay? Because you're not gonna always be right, and it's easy to say, yes, I would have definitely done it here, but in reality, we wouldn't. We'll be lying to ourselves. In reality, I would take it here. Yes, I would. I would take it here first of all, 100%. Because I'm just stacking my trades. Took me out, break even, not a big deal. I'm entering here now again because I understand that's the bigger picture. But we're never going to be 100%. It's about managing your risk. So let's say I took a loss here, for example, and I'm risking, let's say, 0.5%. So I lost 0.5%. It's fine. The next trade came in here. I took that short again for 0.5%. Take profit hit. And let's say I banked, I don't know, 4%. That's my trade for the day. And this is management, right? So now this leads me back to the question, how do you prepare to trade? Again, you focus. You have to be in a calm state of mind. And this is the reason why, because you cannot panic. You cannot panic. You cannot switch bias. You cannot start guessing and feeling lost and frustrated. This is where you got to be in the zone, right? Be in the zone, be focused to take these trades, because it's not easy to ping pong. It's not easy to hedge. It's not just, I'm gonna just, draw a line or a zone and take a short up and down. It's not easy. You have to be focused and make calculated decisions, right? Or in other words, right? Proper decisions that make sense to you logically as the trader. So I would take a short here. If I took a loss, well, but I know the bigger picture is this. We come from a higher time frame. There are stops above here. There's a lot of traders going short. I also know supply traders. Some SMT will go short here. I'm gonna take another risk. I'm gonna take it here. That's called management, and then so on. All right. I'm never gonna tell you that I will know exactly, that it will not go here or it will go here. Sure, I mean there is times that I'm gonna say, oh yeah, I know it'll go here, but that's just my ego talking. That's just my ego talking because of my experience. But I know it was a long explanation, but I hope that answered your question, because I don't want no, false view of being able to say, definitely, I would just take this. So technically, there is no right or wrong. Just gotta know how to manage your capital the right way. So that'll be my first short. I'll take my second risk there. And as you can see, that covered my loss or my break even right in there. So I hope that makes sense for everyone on here. Because this is trading, guys. This is trading. It's about management. It's not very technical analysis. It's more about psychology and managing your capital properly. If you're unsure of where price is going, you see a potential setup for a clear set on both sides. How do you go about if you're unsure which way they're going to do? You just walk away or split your risk on both sides. Well, it depends on how much you're risking, right? So I risk 0.25, 0.50. I don't think it's smart to risk 1%. I mean, can you imagine risking $1,000 on a trade? I mean, come on. If I'm unsure, then just step back, bro. If you're unsure of a trade, step back. If you're unsure, step back. Just don't trade. Just watch it. Because that means you don't have enough confidence to even take the trade, and you shouldn't even be trading because you're just going to take a loss, and then you're going to go into a spiral of losses back to back. Step back and let the trade play out. Watch it. But you got to get to the point where you have confidence and be like, okay, I know A can happen and B can happen, but I'm going to take the risk here, right? But you shouldn't care if it hits stop loss because you're managing your risk. And that's what you need to understand, guys, is if it hit SL, you're managing your risk. You're good. What is the second possible scenario? Oh, this is. So this kind of goes back to this, what he asked. If, again, I mean, me personally, my intuition said go long here. I took it. If this took me out, oh well, right? Because we got equal lows here. Well, my intuition just said take it, right? But again, how could I avoid a loss here? We know a strong low should not get broken, right? So if I did a 4-pip stop loss, I wouldn't get taken out. So it's a small little tweaks, small little management that's going to keep you in the trade or keep you consistent and profitable long run. Just a small little things that we ignore as traders because we want perfection. There is no perfection. No one's perfect. But I hope that makes sense. Now, look where we reacted from. Strong low. Let me read the questions.
Hello. Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you break it down to day time frame to your buy entries? How did you see the ranges?
From the daily
Day to now for 1 minute buy entry.
He already did
How
on the
did you
last
see
call.
your ranges? How you break it down for this entry for this buy from day to 1 minute? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll just go to the daily. So I'm gonna show you how I got it one more time real quick. I think it was a weekly. All right. So this is the unmitigated wick, right? It was never tapped in. That's the weekly unmitigated wick. We know we can get a reaction from this unmitigated wick. So we're intraday traders, right? So we are here to capitalize on those impulsive moves in the day. Make our 5R, 10R, and we're done. So that's the unmitigated wick. That's what price was coming into. Go to the daily. In the daily, for me, there wasn't nothing. I really had no interest at all. I mean, what can I say that I saw? Nothing. Like literally nothing. So I dropped straight to the 15-minute to my intraday time frames because here's where all the work is being done. So the first thing that happened was that was a POI. All I did was wait for a break of structure. So that first break of structure that I saw on 15-minute, I took it as a BOS. So that was my BOS right there. To liquidity and break structure, go to the 5-minute, you will see there. So after we break structure, a new range is created. Okay, a new range is automatically created. So play this out. Yeah, a new range made. Okay, I didn't take the trade here directly. I waited for the lower time frame. So,
but can we take here at the lower time frame 1 minute? Can we take buy here?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over it right now.
In 1 minute, it would form the ranges, right?
Oh, these right here?
Yeah.
Oh, the QMs? Yeah. So because we had a structure break on the 15/5-minute, the 1 minute, you will see the ranges clearly. So we had the QM right here.
Yes.
Right there.
So 1 minute we have a range.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the overall range to where you can see it clear as day here to here. You could take a short here, counter trend, and then targeted this liquidity. But you know, did I take it? No, because for me it wasn't obvious. I just didn't like it, didn't take it. But could you? Yes. I didn't take it. Simple as that. But yeah, the range from here to here. So
But we can take the buys here, right?
where?
Yeah, there, here.
The bias right here?
With this 1 minute, yeah, we can take buy here, right?
Yeah, that's where I took my buy at.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't take it directly once it tapped. I took it after it confirmed.
You took confirmation entry.
Yeah, exactly. So then
Okay.
so price came to here.
Okay.
And then yeah, I took it right here. So it was somewhere here, yeah.
Yes. Now I understood.
You know, so yeah, I mean the same patterns. And like I just call them patterns, you know, that's the easier way to see it. And then once you have that experience, you'll be able to take those sales and exit here and then go for the long. But that would just come with experience. Let me go back to the questions real quick.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. I forgot where I left the POI. It was right here. Going back to the chat, hold on. Salah comments. How will I learn to trust? Gather data. That's it. No one's going. There's no secret answer. Like, trust me, man. There is no secret answer. Just gather data. Just experience, man. That's it. That's it. Like, you already know that the algo is printing two patterns, T1 and T2. That should already blow your mind. I mean, think about it when you started your journey as, retail and SMC, but now you see two patterns that the algorithm forms. That should already just blow your mind already, right? But because we're so focused on so and so, we don't appreciate that small little thing. I mean, that's already insane. I mean, we are able to see two patterns that the algo prints. That's already insane, in my opinion, right? So the only way to trust is just to gather data and trust yourself, because like I can go over these charts every single day with you guys, but when you go to the charts by yourself on the empty chart, that's where the real work is done. Yeah, so on the course thing, like I told you guys, I'm gonna just remove the basic stuff and just throw out pretty much all the pretty much advanced stuff, I guess. Just throw them out so you guys can kind of watch how I break it down. It's it's more than 50 videos, so that's more than enough for you guys to watch. It's the same stuff over and over again. I put it together. I break it down from the higher time frame to a lower time frame. I go over entry models, everything. So I think that's all you need. And if you watch over 50 videos, I do believe it should click. If it doesn't, then then just ask for help, right? But I'll remove the basic stuff and just kind of just push out the advanced stuff already, which is just pure chart breakdowns pretty much. I mean, that's all you need is just experience, train the eye. Just kind of throw in the ocean, swim. What is my overall goal with the mentorship? Now, I don't call it a mentorship. I just call it a community, and like I also don't like being called a mentor. Yeah, I'm just a regular guy, on earth. So the overall goal is to finish the app, our personal app that we'll have on the App Store, on Google Play, with our own logo and everything. Notifications will be from Queen University. So once that's done, then I plan on creating a full basic from like beginner guide of what is SMC, how the institutions work, how they do this, how they do that, all the theory of SMC and stuff like that. So a full beginner guide all the way to like the advanced stuff, which you guys are gonna already have. So like a full on last stop, pretty much. Because the basics are very boring, but I really want to just make this app and create this course for everyone, and for the pricing fairly cheap, and just make a community where we all trade the same way. If we all trade the same way, then it will always be 50-50 in the community. Let's say that Luke was looking for, I don't know, a long right here, right? That was his POI. And then let's say Tomas was looking for a short here. One of these is gonna go, right? One is gonna work. So if Luke's POI works out in his TP, then Tomas can ask Luke why he took it, how he took it. Because we trade the same way in the same concepts, then we can learn from each other way more faster, right? And it's not just me answering questions. All of us cannot answer questions. That's the whole point of this community. I want everyone to trade the same way. And it will just speed up the learning curve. Proper way to backtest. So you want to backtest, do some backtesting every day. So every time the day's over, backtest that day. Every time the week's over, backtest that week. All right. However, the experience will always come from a live market. So you want to demo, do some forward testing. That's the only way you'll get the experience. But like a proper way, I have a video on that. So you're gonna have to just watch that. I can't just explain it. And we got like 5 minutes left, guys. But yeah, so just ask your question before the comments, and we'll have the regular call on Saturday. It'll be about 2 hours long. I'm not going to remove the basics that are up right now. They'll still be there for now, the week 1 stuff. And what I'm gonna do, instead of having like the videos of the basic stuff, I'm gonna just turn them into a pretty much a PDF format. Just pretty much embed it. But instead of video, it would just be typed out, which is much more easier because there's no point of making a video on basics because they're like 1 minute long. So I'm gonna just do that and just kind of release the breakdowns and chart breakdowns and everything. But don't worry, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Trust me, it looks complicated, but you'll be good.
Ti ho messo una bellezza. Devono di visto quello.
Where can we learn more about T1 and T2 for a newbie here? I made a video on the basics. I don't care who any other mentor is or whoever and anybody else is. I mean, why do you think I'm not active on social media? $25 would change a lot of people's life. I mean, yeah, bro. Who knows? We'll probably drop it to like $15 a month. Just, to take over for fun. Yeah, I'm trying to read through all the comments a lot. Timing, just Frankfurt Open, London Kill Zone, London Open, New York Kill Zone, New York Open, and that's it. Very basic stuff. There's no special timing. I mean, there is, like, for example, like 9:30, 8:30. Yeah, the market makes some movements, but they're very, very small. It's like a 10-pip move. So there's no point to pay attention on that. But it's just the basic timings that you guys all know. So next week, yeah, next week. Yeah. Next week. I'm gonna say Brian Top G. Indicators, they're up here. So it's this one. I'm gonna type it out again. Yeah, I mean, I'll send it in the chat. I just gotta find the name again. I forgot the name. 1 p.m. Yeah, 1 p.m. Central Time Zone. How many losses? So I would recommend no more than 2 losses a day with a nice risk of 0.25 or 0.5. If you do 0.5 and you take 2 losses a day, that's 1%. And 2 losses is just pretty much telling you, yo, you gotta step back. 37 people in here. I didn't even know that. Yeah, so for the comments, I do want to say a few things, which is this. So I took a trade earlier this week and it did around 9%, right? So we know that on the 100K account, for example, that is around, 9K, for example, let's just say, right? And that's only one trade, okay? And I took another one, it was like a 14 hours. So, we did, just for example, I haven't checked how much it was, but I don't know, let's say, for example, we did around 5K. That's completely off. But anyways, 9K, 5K, whatever. So yeah, so let's say that we did, I'm just making some good math. Let's say we did 10K because I suck on math. So if we did 10K in 2 trades, that is a good amount of money for the week and even for the month. So my question is, if you are willing to make 5%, 10%, which is 5K to 10K per week, would you still even worry about perfect entries or ping ponging? Would you still follow those traders on Instagram? Would you still go on YouTube and search for the secret strategy or whatnot? If you were able, and if you knew that you were able to make 5 or 10K a week with 1 or 2 trades a week, will you still be doing that? Why do you search for that stuff? Why do you want ping pong? Why do you want perfection? What's the reason? What's the rush? What's the pressure? So you have to understand yourself as a trader. You must. A lot of people, they're getting here to trading, and some going to, want to learn ping pong because they have financial pressure. And which is, in my opinion, you shouldn't be trading if that's the case, because it's not going to work out. Like, I'm sorry, but it's just not going to work out. Okay. Like, I've mentored a lot of students, and most of them went into, trading because of financial pressure. They wanted money fast, and none of them have made it out. They have over a year and they're still stuck because you can't work, like, you just can't trade under pressure. You got to be calm because you got to be able to react and adapt and manage your capital properly. It's a career, it's a long-term thing. But if you were able to make 5, 10K a week, I mean, why are you so worried about trying to catch 50, 60, 80 R? That's my question. If your goal is freedom, then what are you doing? Ping pong is not freedom. Being in a chart all day is not freedom, right? Do you want to have freedom, travel the world, live life, invest in other businesses? Bro, 5, 10K a week is good, but it's a good amount of money. That's good for the week or the month. Make your money, go live life. All right. Don't let the charts suck your fucking soul out. The charts don't care about you or your family. They don't care about you. Make your money and just leave. All right. That's just my opinion. Some people disagree. That's fine. But that's my opinion. So that when people come to me to tell me, yo, I want to learn how to ping pong like now in 1 month, I said, well, I mean, if you can't take proper trades like this, then what makes you think that you're going to be able to ping pong the market? Does it make no sense? If you can't even properly take these trades, if you can't properly gather data for a whole month, why do you think that magically, because you know how to ping pong, you're going to just magically become profitable? It's all in the mindset. Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, don't forget what trading is. Don't forget what Forex is. Don't let social media fool you. Don't let these people fool you. Do not forget what trading is. What is trading, guys? What is Forex? Don't forget the basic stuff, right? What is it? What really is the Forex market? What is trading? Don't forget that. Don't let the media, social media fool you, okay? The market is there for us to make money. That's it. However, the fuck, right? Just make some money. But yeah, I have like a minute left. So anything y'all want to say before it ends? Yeah, Instagram did screw your minds, even YouTube. All right, then, guys. I'll see you guys on Saturday at 1 p.m. Other than that, y'all have a good rest of the night or day. Take care. Hope y'all found this call valuable. I'll upload the recording today once it's finished rendering. But that's it for me.